Right, guess what we're looking at today? A BMW K100. And there's been a question about cable routing. Now this is an 84 model BMW K100 RT. The fairing and parts have been removed, so it's easy to get your stuff and look at it. First, let's have a look at the cable routing. If you go to the forum at the technical section, you can download for free this repair manual. And if you go to chapter 46 from page 63 and onwards, you get some illustrated drawings of the routing of the wiring. Now, this has got I've got 5 bricks, and this has got a more original cable routing than the others, because the others seem to have been tampered with a bit. But going against the grain of what I've just said, this has clocked up 250,000 Ks on a working auto, and it looks like it too if you look at the normal wear and tear items like that. Look at that. Okay, let's look at the clutch, the choke cable. It goes in above the pad and below the instrument cluster. When I wiggle that, it goes in between that bracket for the instrument cluster, and when I wiggle that, you can see that that's the cable there. It goes inside the fork. That's it. Above the radiator is a foam type of rubber part that's missing on quite a few bricks. We've got it here. It's got a groove in there for the cables to go through. That's to protect the cables from damage. Now let's go over here. When I wiggle that wire, that cable, we can see that it's that one there. Now when we look here, here's another rubber, foam type rubber part, and if you look there you might be able to see that there's a groove on top of that the cable sits in. And so that goes above the air filter box. It comes back at about a 45-degree angle. Okay, let's go to the other side. There it is. There's that 45-degree angle. It comes out here. It comes out here, it goes down there, and it ends there. Okay. Clutch cable. Below the instrument cluster. Once again, in between the bracket for the instrument cluster. Again, through that groove in the rubber. Now, can you see that move? This goes in between the plenum and the air filter box. When I wiggle that, you can see that going through there. So it's a bit lower than the other one because it goes under that rubber part. Back over to the other side. That's it there. From behind the plenum. It's behind the frame, in front of the battery. Ends up down there. Okay. Accelerator cable. Once again, below the instrument cluster. Once again, in between that bracket. Once again through that groove in the rubber. Now, when I look, I can see that there. When I wiggle that, it's almost the same path as the last wire cable, except that it goes down lower. That's going down to the frame. Back to the other side. Now the inner cable attaches that quadrant there, the outer cable gets attached to a bracket just behind there, which would be difficult to see. Now the earlier, I take back what I said about being similar. The earlier one has a different offset on that bracket. The 86 model has a different bracket again, and the 88 model has a different bracket size again. But that shouldn't matter. Those parts should be the same as long as you make sure you get the right cable for the year brick that you've got. And that's where we're at.